Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Friday, January 22nd, 2016, around 4:05 in the afternoon in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's been sunny for part of the day, and now it's getting cloudy. Highs were about 30 or so, but no wind, so it was freezing, but not freezing that much. Tonight's supposed to be cloudy, and tomorrow the snow comes in for some of New England. The coast of southern New England are more vulnerable than northern New England. There's a blizzard warning for part of the south coast of New England. Most of the accumulated snow is going to happen there. North of the Mass Pike could be a dusting to 2 inches. But stay tuned, it could change. Some news to report. The Cleveland Cavaliers have fired head coach David Butt after having a 30-11 record so far. Maybe he got into an argument with LeBron James or a couple of other players, so he got fired. Also, the LA Clippers acquired Josh Smith from the Houston Rockets, and there are rumors going around that the WWE has leaked out information about who is going into the Hall of Fame in 2016 along with Sting. The names most likely are going to be inducted will be the Fabulous Freebirds, Michael P.S. Hayes, Jimmy Jam Garvin, and the late Buddy Jack Roberts, and Terry Bam Bam Gordy, Miss Jacqueline, Justin, John, Bradshaw Layfield, also known as JBO, The Godfather, and the celebrity inductee will be Regis Philbin. Good choice, is my humble opinion. And that's about it on the news. My second video blog subject of the day is about the MBTA commuter rail route from South Station to Worcester, Massachusetts, and sometimes they stop at Framingham. This is one of the most busiest commuter rail routes in the system. Around 16,000 people ride these trains each and every day, and it's so busy on these trains. The train starts at South Station, goes out, and turns around, goes by the Gillette headquarters, then goes underneath the Southeast Expressway, and it continues on for the first several miles of this route. The commuter rail route runs parallel to the Massachusetts Turnpike, or what is called I-90. The first stop is Back Bay, where you could connect with the other commuter rail lines, and also Amtrak, and also you could connect to the Orange Line, and also that's near the Boston Public Library, Copley Square, and you could go to the Boston Public Library. There's one guy that was outside the Boston Public Library a lot when I used to go there years and years ago, who would do this. He was probably a mental case. Anyway, it continues on. Then the next stop is Yawkey, which is near Fenway Park. It's a popular stop because not only you can see the Red Sox, a lot of medical businesses are down there, and hospitals near the medical center area. Continues on, and it goes by 2 stations that are going to be open in the next 2 to 5 years. West Station, slated to open up in 2020, and Boston Landing Station, which is right near the New Balance headquarters, which is supposed to open up next year in Brighton. Continues on, goes underneath the Massachusetts Turnpike, right near a hotel, I think the Sheridan Newton, and then it has 3 stops in Newton Village, West Newton, and Albandale. It goes under, again, the Massachusetts Turnpike. At one time, there was a Riverside station for the to hook up with the Green Line. station there, but it closed down years ago. There was a proposal years and years ago around that area to put a 128 commuter rail station, but that did not come to pass. Goes over Route 95 and 128 and enters Wellesley. There's 3 stops in Wellesley: Wellesley Farms, Wellesley Hills, and Wellesley Square, and goes through Wellesley and then goes into Natick, goes by Lake Chichewit, and it goes to stops there in Natick is Natick Center, and then goes to West Natick, and then goes into Framingham. Then Framingham's one of the last stops. Some trains just go as far as Framingham, but this route continues. It goes to Ashland, goes over under 495, Southborough, then Westborough, then Grafton, and goes underneath the Massachusetts Turnpike again. And its termination stop is Worcester Union Station. For many, many years, the commuter rail would go as far as Worcester, but in the mid-70s it was cut back to Framingham. But by the mid-1990s, they would just run rush hour trains to Worcester to Boston. Eventually, it had regular service during the off-peak hours and weekends. By 2002, the other stations between Framingham and Worcester were filled in Ashland, Southborough, Westborough, and Grafton. And this is approximately an 80 to 90 minute trip. But this is one of the poorest performance MBTA commuter rail lines. Most of the trains only 50% on time because there's many reasons for it. First of all, this line also shares with Amtrak, and there's usually a lot of Amtrak trains, so they have to slow down or have to be delayed because the Amtrak trains go a little bit faster. And another thing is, if it gets to be at least 85 degrees or higher, they have to run it at only 30 miles per hour. Commuter rail trains could run up to 70 miles per hour, but they're restricted to 30 miles per hour in heat and humidity, so that could delay the train from 10 to as much as 50 minutes. Plus, another why these are delayed, there are so many stations clustered up together, especially going like Newton and Boston. There's so many stations cluttered up together, and there's talk about combining these stations or eliminating these stations to like make the train more reliable and stuff, and get to South Station within like 90 minutes or so. And the Framingham Worcester line was the first MBTA commuter rail line to offer Wi-Fi back in 2008. And also there's a lot of express trains that go from Worcester to like Framingham only, and then follow and stop at the regular stops to South Station, Boston. And also the Massachusetts Transit Authority have approved bullet trains from Worcester to Boston, meaning it will take an hour from taking a commuter rail train from Worcester to Boston. Speeds could go 80-90 miles per hour. They'll be doing this for some rush hour trains, but they won't be doing it for all of them, and it'll probably be limited during the day and stuff. We'll wait and see if this comes to fruition or not. And that's about it on the Worcester Framingham commuter rail line. Be back later on Facebook and YouTube with the last video blog, Lord Alfred Hayes. Don't forget Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And I'm now on Google Plus. If you want any private message, if you want any, excuse me, if you want any shout outs or plugs, private message me and we'll be plugged or shouted out. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bunny guy. Molly Rosenblatt of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hutt is so stunning. She's a best. Michelle Beto is the best. And in the words of the Patel last week, no bus. See you later. Bye now.